Dear human, dear soul, I welcome you to my podcast series Conversations with the Universe. Since a near-death experience, I have the gift to communicate with the subtle energies of the cosmos. This happens in a form of deep meditation in which I ask certain entities of the world beyond to communicate with me. As one of the first contacts with the other world, my old friend and teacher, friend of the Indians, showed himself to me, and it is now a great pleasure for me to introduce you to these conversations as a supplement to the books. Please excuse me if the terms and our articulations are not perfect. Our mother tongue is German, but we try to translate it to the best of our ability. Thank you for understanding. Dear friend of the Indians, please tell me what exactly is the special sealing?
Special sealing is the way that souls who wish to purify can support this process when they encounter other contaminated energies or visit contaminated places on our planet so that they may live there without experiencing further contamination.
In other words, protection. What is the difference between protection and special sealing?
Special sealing is a type of protection, the highest protection.
Then please tell me whom this special sealing is meant for. Is it really only meant for those on the path of purification?
That is correct. Special sealing is exclusively for the protection of those souls who are contaminated and want to remove this contamination by walking the path of purification. The first step in order to do this is the decision. Any further concentrated steps will be accompanied by the cosmos in a different energy. You have to imagine this like a dress that you put on before you embark on this path.
That means that the one goes along with the other. If you wear this dress, this protective formula, you will manage to purify even in the midst of the sea of contamination, right?
Right. For the contamination surrounds you and the natural forces are active all around you, but the spiritual purification, which ultimately has to take place in your soul, needs a special protective support.
Please carry on and tell us how this protection works, what we have to do.
I will be happy to do so. This protection is the gift from the cosmos when you wish to walk this path and ask for help. This dress, as I call it, will cover you if you permit it. And it is important that it covers you. This protection will remain with you like a spiritual cloak, and you have to trust that this will be the case as long as you truly walk the path of purification.
And at what point does this protection begin to work? When you formulate your intent or when you directly ask for this protection?
The protection starts with the moment that you formulate intent to purify, and the request for help will set this spiritual support in motion. What I mean by that is that the request itself sets the energy in motion so that it builds protection around you. This is a very common process which starts from the very moment that you make the decision to purify and to use the tools of support so that you receive a form of protection. This protection will continue to work as long as you hold on tightly to the intent to purify. If this intent is no longer formulated or realized by either word or action, then this protection evaporates like a cloud that once engulfed you and then disappears.
Does this mean that you have to formulate this intent over and over again? Or do you just have to prove to the cosmos that you are serious in your intent to show discipline? How does the concentration of this intent really work?
You need to be very mindful. You should use the following phrasing, which I'm happy to give you every day. Purification of my soul is my highest goal. I ask the powers of the cosmos for help and love on this path. I trust that all will continue on and on and on. But I wish to transform into purity and love. Thank you. Love.
And the people should repeat this phrase every day when they get up?
That would be great. For with that, the energy of these components that I have explained to you will work with renewed strength every day. This is like cleaning your house. Afterwards, all will be clean and highly energized.
I think that is a very funny example. Thank you for that. But if a person forgets to speak this mantra or prayer for a few days, is that very bad?
No. What counts is your intention. But it helps to reinforce and support your intention with those words.
And if a person is so distracted then that he forgets his intention to purify, what happens with this energy dress then?
Then the energy of your aura will change to another quality. The dress will become different dress. The color, the fabric, begins to change to match your orientation. Do you understand? All your orientations will manifest on a spiritual level. But if you wish to manifest purity as a spiritual goal, you will receive a different kind of support than if you wish to manifest an ego-based material goal.
I understand. So if you formulate this goal and if you formulate this clearly and strongly with a pure heart, then you will receive a lot of cosmic support. And as soon as your intent slakens, this support will evaporate.
Correct. For the cosmos can only act according to your wishes and your intention. It cannot and must not direct your existence without your express invitation.
That means if you walk this path, you really will receive great support and you put on this energetic dress, which is renewed every day, and then it will stay. Will there ever be a moment when you have received purity and no longer need to repeat this prayer?
The conduct of the person who formulates this prayer begins to change, and his life will take on a different orientation. Therefore, it can be one day you will have different prayers, but they will continue to be prayers for love in the cosmos.
This means that they might formulate a new prayer like, I wish to serve the cosmos as a helping energy by doing this or that and by helping people in my own particular way.
That is correct, dear. Then, purification will reach a new level, where these souls will formulate a specific course of action as their goal. This course of action will naturally emerge from this person's conduct, but he will continue to walk the path of purification, but now with this course of action as his new goal.
And that is permitted, that you place another goal under the goal of purification?
That is a completely normal process, dearest. The first thing will be the formulation of this ultimate goal. Then the details will emerge that unfold you as you continue to walk this path. And these individual formulations are all part of the big picture. But because every human being undergoes the process of transformation while doing this, it is normal that these people will set these small intermediate steps as their new goals, because these small goals are all steps on the path to the ultimate goal of purification.
That means that the prayer that you just gave us is already the great special sealing. Are there any other things that we need to bear in mind?
That is the great ceiling.
I understand. Why do you call it ceiling? For at the end of the day, we did not specifically ask for protection, but for support.
The ceiling is a kind of support that protects you at the same time. The one induces the other.
And why do you call it ceiling?
It indicates the tightness that is created by this. Whenever you use words like these, the energy around you begins to solidify. Ceiling means the general solidification of this wish.
Is there a specific place, a kind of person or a state of being where you should use any other types of ceiling for this goal?
No. You can transmit these simple words to the people, and if you follow this again and again with concentration, all will proceed as it should.
If people wish to perform different rituals of protection, which they may have found in different books or that they have been taught, are they also helpful?
That I cannot say. I'm sorry. But these words here are my own suggestion, and they are the impulses that I wish to give to you.
I understand. What else do you wish to tell us about the ceiling?
That was the essence.
And when this process is finished, that is, when you have become completely purified, do you still need these words?
You will always need them when you walk amongst people or stay in places, because they will provide this special protection from the external influences created by your world. They will carry you through these moments, these actions, these possibilities, and these environments like a capsule.
Like a protective cover? So you do not need to worry and can be full of trust as you proceed along your way, right?
Right.
Oh, dear friend of the Indians, then we are finished with this chapter?
Yes, we are.
I'm happy to hear that. What would you like to talk about next?
Teaching in a school.
What exactly do you mean by that?
I would like to give you some impulses as to how to better integrate the spiritual laws and regulations into your growth.
Okay, very much looking forward. Thanks. Love.
Thank you, dear. Love.